Hello, this is Gregory Jackson for GrebJack.com. Welcome back to my tutorial series on creating the framework for an adventure RPG hybrid in RPG Maker MZ. In this lesson, we're going to continue learning to create custom tiles and look at a way to organize the tile sets. This lesson will be short, but when completed, we will have added 11 new tiles using gray rock. If you have not been following this tutorial series from the beginning, please do so, as each lesson is intended to build upon what has come before, and I typically do not demonstrate how to do something if I've already covered it. If you have followed this series from the beginning, please open the MZ project and GIMP. At the end of the last lesson, your homework assignment was to fix maps 002 through 005 so that the player cannot leave them from a position that would get them stuck in the rock tiles of map 001. Depending on which of the two suggested correction methods you used, map 002 should look like this, map 003 should look like this, map 004 should look like this, and map 005 should look like this. If the goal is to create maps with new tiles, then why is just removing region ID tiles a valid option? Because maps the player will transition into may intentionally be designed using an atypical approach. We are creating a framework to help create a game in a particular style, not to act like a straitjacket confining your design choices. If you want the exit from one map to lead into another that has geography that doesn't line up, that is indeed your choice. Or maybe you simply have not decided how you want to lay out an adjacent map, but you need it to at least function for testing purposes. Just using the region IDs for those areas will serve as a reminder as to the adjacent map's walkable areas, and you can design the rest of the map around them. I do want to note that it doesn't matter if a transition region is overlapped by a solid border. As long as the tiles used are impassable, the player cannot reach them. Now, about those new templates. I told you that there was an easy way to produce these using the 3x3 template and what you've learned so far. All you have to do is copy these sections of the 3x3 template and paste them each as new images. After that, you just need to configure the grid spacing for each as 24 pixels and save them in the work folder as appropriately named XCF files. If you did not do this part of the homework assignment, go ahead and pause this video and go do it now. We're about to make use of these templates to build some more gray rock tile groups. Now that we're all on the same page, let's get started. In GIMP, make sure that advrpg1b.xcf, 1x1template.xcf, 1x3template.xcf, 2x2template.xcf, 3x1template.xcf, and grayrock.xcf are all loaded, and that the grid and grid snapping are turned on for the tile set and the templates. Grab a copy of Gray Rock and paste it into the templates at the positions and in the orders indicated in the following images, and save the results in the work folder as the indicated file names. Feel free to pause the video for each image to study it as you make the new tile groups. 1x3 Gray Rock, 2x2 Gray Rock, and 3x1 Gray Rock. So you're probably wondering what the 1x1 template is for. Sometimes you may find yourself needing a specialized tile that is not part of a specific tile group. With the 1x3 and 3x1 gray rock groups, we've got the makings for vertical and horizontal lines with ends. But we don't have a tile for when those lines cross. Let's paste a copy of Gray Rock into the 1x1 template, overlapping the top edge. Now we'll post a copy and drag it to overlap the left edge, and another to overlap the right edge. Next, we'll paste and drag a copy to the center. And finally, we'll paste and drag a copy to overlap the bottom edge and anchor it. Notice the transparent areas in the very corners of the tile? That's exactly what we want. What we don't want is all that overlapped content outside of the tile's viewable area. It's all still there, so if we were to grab a copy of this tile now, the rest of the tiles overlapping the edges will come with it. Click Layer and then Layer to Image Size. And it's fixed. Save this in the work folder as J1234grayrock.xcf. J means junction. 1, 2, 3, and 4 indicates which direction from which the tiles join at the center. 1 means from the north, 2 means from the west, 3 means from the east, and 4 means from the south. So J1234 indicates a junction from all directions. 2- and 3-way junctions should be named similarly. Using naming conventions like this will let us look at a file name and know exactly what purpose it serves. Now that we have the new tile groups and a junction, it's time to add them to the tile set in an organized manner. Put 3x1 gray rock here, 1x3 gray rock here, 2x2 gray rock here, and J1234 gray rock here. Save the tile set, and then export it as a PNG file to the tileset folder, replacing the previous version. In RPG Maker MZ, we'll set passage for the new tiles we just added. Now let's go to map 002 and see how the new tiles work in actual practice. Using the tiles from 3x3 gray rock, redraw the map like this. Now use the tiles from 2x2 gray rock to get this. 2x2 gray rock is there in case you want the corner edges of a rock area to be sharper. Using the 1x3 gray rock tiles, draw this. Using the 3x1 gray rock tiles, draw this. Now put the J1234 gray rock tile in the center. And it's homework time again. Using the same technique you just learned for the 4-way junction, create the 2- and 3-way junctions needed to join all of the lines together. Place these junction tiles into the tile set using the remaining empty spaces in the first 4 rows of the left side. So in this lesson, we learned how to create tile groups for straight lines, how to create junction tiles, and how to put them into a tile set in an organized manner. In the next lesson, we will learn how to create the brown and green rock variants using the gray rock tiles as a base. In fact, with what I will teach, we'll be able to create any color variant we want, with that color being able to be applied with as little or as much intensity as we desire. In the lesson after that, we're going to get into tree tile groups, which will be a little more complex. For GrebJack.com, this is Gregory Jackson. Thanks for watching.